everybody doing? I totally forgot about the music. I totally forgot about the music. My bad, hold on. I got some. I'll find it. Give me a Christmas one. That's a good one. There we go. That's much better. The Christmas music? I got it. We're up. How y'all doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here. We are here and we are queer. It's the time of the season. Oh yeah, it's that time of the month. Yeah, definitely. This is Hogwarts Legacy Christmas music today. So, yeah. I was thinking about Home Alone music, but I'm pretty sure I'll get flagged by that. We got a lot of big stuff to talk about. I'm gonna go nuclear today, chat. I'm not fucking playing around today. I need to find something real quick. Let's see if I can make it. Going nuclear? Is that why I saw an ad for Fallout before coming into the chat? I didn't even know about that ad. I'll be honest. Bloody Owlcat delayed the Dark Heresy alpha? I'll be honest. I'm not even gonna play that game. But yeah, I'm sorry that Dark Heresy got backed up. I do like Owlcat games, but Dark Heresy is probably not going to be for me because that cast is a little bit too diverse for me. That cast is a little too diverse. I'm like black person, Asian person, and I'm like, I'm looking at old school 40K Warhammer and it was all white people and then they changed it. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'll just settle for... I'm pretty sure it's a fun game, but I was okay with Warhammer 40K just having white people. They didn't have to change everything. Why did you bring my black ass over to the Warhammer 40K? Why did you do that? I fucking hate you. You said, hey, everyone's welcome in the grim dark. You ever thought about maybe no? You ever thought about that? Has it ever dawned on you that I don't want to be part of the grim dark? How about Dispatch? Now that's some fucking diversity I can take. That's some fucking diversity I can handle. That fucking blonde blazer chick, I would clap them cheeks, I swear. Technically, they've had black space marines. They're called salamanders. Oh yeah, but they're gray, not black. Yeah, the Larian thing. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that here. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm trying to look for something within this. It's not so important. Hold on. I think I could find it. I think there was one thing that, let's see. I'm trying to get all the information. Bad PR from PC Gamer to Warhorse Studios. Yeah, not that one. I'm talking about the culture war. No. You were right the first time. I think it was Gamer. Ah, come on. I should be able to find it. Revealed yesterday, yada yada. I'm trying to find all. I don't think it's here. Yeah, that was a joke. Deliverance. Okay. Yeah, that was a joke. IGN Warhorse was asked directly about its philosophy on historical accuracy. The original game was criticized for including no people. Yeah, it's this one. Now, the only thing that I'm missing is what they said on here in this. Come on, you can find it. Where are you? Let me see if I can find it in that video that he was talking about. Oh, wait, did I skip it? Was it in a different article? God damn. No, I need that information. I desperately need that information. That's the only one I need. That's the only one I need. Nah, I'm not gonna start this until... Wait. Here it is. Here it is. The game of the year. Game of the year. I think they're all the way at the bottom. Oh wow. Best characters is Dispatch. Best action, Silk Song. Best co-op, Abiotic Factor. I'll be honest. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders. Say what you will about PC Gamer. They got some good awards up on here. Best story. Best design, Blueprints. A lot of people like Blueprints. Game of the year, KCD2. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I found it. God damn it. God damn it, they did say it. What a fucking, they did say it. Fuck. Alright, let me lower the music a little bit. Alright, we're ready. It's time. Okay. No, you can play the music. That's fine. Love the music, by the way. Okay. Let's do it. We're ready. All right. All right. Oh, one more thing. Okay. So game developers typically do not receive direct cash prizes for winning major industry awards, but instead benefit from increased visibility, prestige, and potential sales boost. So that makes sense. While prestige shows the Game Awards offer no direct cash, some specific indie or smaller companies may provide cash prizes or grants. Okay, all right. Yeah, from like smaller indie specific grants. Got you. Yeah, it's just a marketing tool. Okay. Yeah, so you don't really gain much. Okay. Okay. I can say everything completely. All right, let's do this. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and Wenches, how y'all doing? And Merry Christmas. I got a lot to talk about, but the first one that we're going to talk about today is on PC Gamer releasing their Game of the Year. And the Game of the Year winner is actually Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, of course, I don't like PC Gamer, but they give us enough information to piece out what certain video games and certain developers are doing, so I just use them as a tool. But there are biases within within PC Gamer. But anyway, PC Gamer said that the Game of the Year is KCD2, and you remember when I had a talk with you about, you know, about the developers from Warhorse Studios just having a laugh and just saying some stuff online and people are just getting their feelings hurt? Well, Daniel Vavra did it again, and he actually pinned it this time. This is another moment of people about to get pissed off again, but you know what? It's fine. I just don't, I honestly, of course they care. Of course the Warhorse developer studios, you know, the Warhorse devs do care whether or not they win, but all in all, their biggest win is when they release their game and people actually love it and a lot of people enjoyed it. I think they're at 5 million copies by now. But yeah, they've done an amazing fucking job, and they were upset that they didn't win Game of the Year, but they actually just made some memes and jokes, and people got their feelings hurt like, bro, you're supposed to be, you remember when I said about the professionalism? Fuck that shit, bro. They've been professional this whole fucking time, and people just have not paid attention. The whole fucking time. As a matter of fact, I wish they got a little bit more, you know, unprofessional. So, you know, they could bring out memes and be like, yo, we're going to win next time, bro. All that sort of stuff. I don't like professionalism when it's video games where we're trying to escape and have fun. Why would I want my favorite devs to be serious about winning game awards? Why would I want my devs to be serious about, like, you know, other video games and stuff? I would love it if my developers just came out like Daniel Vavra and said Veilguard was trash. He said that. He actually did. Veilguard was an abomination, and I want that. I want other developers to look at other games and be like, wow, trash, or wow, this is a good game. If we, all this toxic positivity shit is driving me up the fucking wall. And so when he won Game of the Year, he said this, and it got in people's feelings. He said, after he won Game of the Year, he said, okay, I feel a little better and less salty now. Bro, they are fucking with you. And I'm gonna read down here and see if somebody actually caught the feelings. Woke DEI slot peak arrow cut gaming. Already. I wish one day I will be as successful like you. He's fucking with you guys. You do realize this, right? He's been fucking with you guys for a while. Now, let's see a couple more. Loved Expedition 33, but I definitely think KCD2 should have won RPG of the Year. Tainted Grail not even being nominated was insane. Absolutely agree. And that's Minimal Effort Live. We should definitely do a stream together, man, if you're there. Yeah, a lot of people are saying congratulations. A lot of people are saying I love the game. Some people are pissed. I hope you're joking, bro. What a sore fucking loser. See what I mean? See, they got in there. Bro, he's add more gay sex, maybe some new binary or trans, and you'll win Game of the Year. Actually, let's talk about that. So the game romance between Henry and Hans. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest with each other, okay? Me and you, we're gonna be honest. Would the devs from Warhorse gain more following and more sales if they didn't add gay romance with Henry and Hans, which just felt like it's like a piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit? It just didn't work. They just listened to some Redditors and said, okay, well, since you guys are playing my game, that's what they did. And that's literally, we'll talk about that later. But basically, it did nothing for the game. It did zero, nada for the game. If they didn't add it, they would have more sales. Period. It's just true. They would have way more sales if they didn't, have the whole gay romance. I'm just going to be honest. Now, of course, there's a lot of normal people out there that don't really care about this. Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you right now, the gay romance, the people that want the gay romance would have still played the game, because all they do is just make fan art on Reddit about Henry getting fucked in the ass by Hans. They're still gonna be there. Just like the fans for Baldur's Gate 3, just like the fans for Hades, just like the fans for fucking anything, really. There's always gonna be that weird fan that's like, yeah, these two are gonna fuck. So basically, Warhorse Studios is one of the first, if not second, game developer to ever emulate something that just didn't fit, like from the fans. Like, there are some things that the fans add to said game that fits well. This one didn't fit. And I'm just gonna be honest, they would have had more sales if they didn't add it. Just truthfully, it didn't add any substance. I know it's an option, but it's kind of like when you see that you have a chance to romance Hans. It's no longer me as Henry and him as Hans. It just feels askewed. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh man, well, you ever have that one friend that's just like cool with you all the time? Hey man, I'm just gonna let you know that I'm gay. Oh man, it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's full. I hope he finds somebody. We still bros, right? Yeah, man, we're bros. We're bros. Hey, so I'm actually kind of into you. See, what the fuck, bro? See, what the fuck, man? Are you? He's like, bro, but you said it was cool for me to be gay. That's the shit that I feel now. Now, of course, I'm just making fun, but let me tell you this. As a bro, as a dude, when you recognize that one of your male friends is gay and they want to hang out with you all the time or something like that, it kind of never sticks out. You know, you'll have these amazing moments between Henry and Hans, and some of them will be funny and some of them will be serious. But now that you know that, bro, dude, you could fuck your bro, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Why can't it just be men being men and we're friends? That's it. And of course, you can have that option. But when it becomes to men don't see it that way. Men don't see it that way. Another example would be Baldur's Gate 3. You can romance whoever you want as a male or female. All the characters are binary. All of them. Which makes them feel less real. So Karlach is just into everybody. Shadowheart is just into everybody. Will is just into everybody. See, this is why I like Cyberpunk 2077, because the men and women have a certain preference to who they like. And there's a sense of realism to it, where it's just like Panam's like, no, I don't do all that pussy shit. And then Judy's like, nah, I like girls and stuff like that. There's a sense of realism to it. Whereas in this one, it's just like, yeah, we could be gay in Bohemia. And he said, Daniel Vavra did say that we were going to make it authentic to fit with the times. He lied. It did not fit with the times. All they did was just hide away in a hidey hole, kissed, fucked, and then that was it. That's it. There was no sense of urgency. It was just like, oh, gay. Oh, gay. I mean, at that point, I was just like, y'all niggas better just do it. Just do it in front of everybody, because I'm pretty sure nobody's going to do anything. There was no sense of urgency. Now, of course, I still like KCD 2, but here's the reason why I'm upset about this Game of the Year thing, is because this is the reason that they wanted to add KCD as Game of the Year. It works so well that it's PC Gamer's 2025 year, and it's already regarded as a beloved RPG classic more widely. Perhaps we just respect a game that truly commits to the bit, but I think it's more to do with how steadfast KCD2 is in its commitment to its simulation of 15th century Bohemia, and how wonderfully dazzling ambitious it is in the simulation. Immersion is an overused term, but once you pick past KCD2's peculiarities, basically. You'll find a reactive world that sucks you in and keeps you there joyfully for tens and even hundreds of hours. True, he's right. And then he had, and you can kiss Hans. Amazing stuff. Now I'm over here just like, what if you couldn't kiss Hans? Like that part where you just add that at the end. I'm just thinking to myself, because this is PC Gamer, one of the biggest bias like gaming journalists out there. So I'm thinking to myself, is this, if you didn't have Hans romance, would they be up here as Game of the Year? What do you guys think? I'm curious. Because before, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 isn't just bigger, it's more diverse, with Warhorse adding a wide range of ethnicities and different characters. And then at the bottom here, this was a couple of years ago, or just 1 year ago, where they just say like, hey, he's like, where's the people of color? That's what they wrote. This whole thing's just like, are they gonna have people of color? Where's the black people? Because I know you motherfucking liberals love to know where the black people are. It's the Noah's Ark of fucking liberals. Where's the black people? We're gonna need 2 of them. That's where I'm at right now. So when I see all this, and I'm just like, Daniel Van, you're going to be just fine on this game and the next game. And some people even might forget this whole thing. But it will make a stain on your reputation. Because now, people are going to look at your games and be like, well, what is it? What's in the game? Because there's other developers out there that's willing to just, you know, to be like, hey, listen, this is Henry. This is his character. He's Christian and he's straight. You guys did say that. 100%. Your dev team said that you are Henry, that your Henry is straight. He's white. He's a Christian. The end. And then KCD 2 came out and you guys flipped the narrative. Now, I would be a little bit like, you know, it's fine. If you guys just added, we flipped the script. Now you can change it up now. So basically in KCD 2, you guys basically said, you know what? It's like, it's your Henry now. That was the new philosophy, that you're Henry now. And I was just like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I make small choices here and there, but the ending is always the same. So when they come out with their next game, and they will come out with their next game, they sold pretty well. Of course, there's a good chance that wokeism from Warhorse Studios will go away, but I doubt it. Because now they got to stick with the story now. Now they got to carry over the gay shit over to the next game. They got to now. What if they had a brand new IP now? If you had a brand new IP, you could throw whatever gay shit you want on there. But in this game, it just didn't make any sense, bro. If you have a brand new IP and you want to make all the new characters and your new IP gay, okay, cool. Cool. But in this one, it would have been fine without it, and you would have actually sold more. And that's just a fact. You would have sold more copies if you didn't add the whole romance between the two. It doesn't matter whether or not it's optional. You know what else is optional? You cutting off your tits in Veilguard. Okay? You know what else is an optional? In Baldur's Gate 3, you could choose your sex and your gender. There's body type A and B. You remember, it's basically saying you control the buttons you press. anybody that says like, oh, you control the buttons you press, you're trying to treat me like I'm a fucking idiot. I don't like that shit. Okay, you added it into the game was fine the way it is, the lore was all right where it is, the story was fine where it is, and then when you flip the narrative like that ever so askew, people are going to be like, what the fuck is this? The whole thing with Musa, nobody actually really cares too much about. I think the biggest thing was the fact that you have an option to be gay in the game, and it just doesn't fit well. And the funny thing is, even though they delve away from the history a lot, they still try to take care to stay focused on the history of, 15th century Bohemia. But at the same time, the real Hans Capone is not gay. I mean, there's a lot, like I said before, there's a lot of things that they changed with 15th century Bohemia with KCD 1 and KCD 2. But last time I checked, Hans Capon has a wife and he had a son, if I'm correct. So that whole, oh, let me do it for Redditors thing, if you want to do it for Redditors, that's fine. I always tell you guys, you could put what you want in your game, but I'm gonna tell you, I probably might not be there for the second game. That's all I'm saying. That's it. It's like, oh yeah, so this is who he is now? Okay, all right. It's like, well, it's an option. Well, I have an option to not play your game. That's all I gotta say. Hulk says, I was disappointed to see the leak of the Henry and Han stuff. It really breaks the immersion of KCD to KCD. Yeah, you're supposed to have this manosphere. You got Henry being straight this whole game. This whole game of KCD 1 and KCD 2. You even have Henry talking to 3 women saying, do you got like asses? You like boobs or ass? And then you could say, I like titties. And now you're just like, well, I'm dating Hans, so that does. So it's like you're living in an alternate universe when you try to romance Hans. And I don't care if it's an option. It was a horrible option, and I have an option. My option is just probably not to play the next game. So if they somehow Thanos delete it in the next one, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't take it off on the next one. If they do another one, I wouldn't take it off, because if you take it away, then people are gonna be like, oh, so you admit that you shouldn't have had it in the game. It would go fucking crazy. I'm saying stick with the gay shit, and then you know what? Add 2 more gay moments. Add 2 more gay romances, and then we'll be straight. Everybody will be like, oh yeah, we know. So, anyway, that's what I got to say about this one. I mean, happy that they won. I mean, nobody really cares about the Game of the Year awards from PC Gamer because they're biased fucking cucks. But hey, it's something. Unbelievable. What's this? Oh, we got a lot to talk about. He's so mad. He's so fucking mad. Okay. Okay. Let me add this one. All right. Good to have you all with me. You guys ready for the next one? Let's do it. Let us do the next one. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And Merry Christmas. We have another hard rant for you, this one into Lords of the Fallen 2, a game that I'm highly interested in and can't wait to see more of. The mythos, the lore, and the brutality of the combat from the previous one was pretty good, but there were some certain things that they could tweak out, especially for the next game. Especially the way you stand in Lords of the Fallen 1. Lords of the Fallen 1, there's a weird crouch sort of animation for your character. Hopefully they won't do that. The dev teams for Lords of the Fallen 2, which is CI Games, they were known for being pretty based and pretty much having a democratic vote of, hey, do you want us to go back to body type A or B, or do you want us to go back to male and female? Male and female won. So I kind of like the fact that the transparency was like, hey, this is why certain things were happening in a certain way, and we'll talk more on that actually. As a matter of fact, let me see. Here it is. Ooh, yes, man. I'm glad I found that. So I'll leave that up there and we'll talk about that in a minute. Lords of the Fallen seems to be raking in the W's lately. Yeah, they've been pretty good. So a guy named Merrick, a man who is just pretty much trying to make sure that this game succeeds, trying to do a little PR here, back and forth. And he says this, this is on Niche Gamer, and they said the founder of CEO of CI Games, Merrick Tyminski, confirmed on social media that Lords of the Fallen 2 would lean further into the old school style that helped them find success. The first game in the series, Lords of the Fallen, gained notoriety over the past several years after the CEO began reaching out to players directly and asking for the feedback. Notably, Tyminski put up on here on the feedback, which led to him changing body type A to male and female, intentionally wading into culture war discourse. In a recent post, Tyminski explained the game's initial release as being politically correct due to the cumbersome bureaucracy of running a game studio. So this is what he said. I got a bigger version right here, and I'll get to the main point of the reason why we're talking about this. Basically, we're talking about the attractiveness of the characters, mostly the female characters. So he says, many of you asked why the game initially had the body type A and body type B. Hexworks started earlier 2020 as an autonomous studio owned by CI Games. 2020, you know what happened around 2020, right? We had COVID, we had the whole hashtag Me Too, that kind of thing. Early on, political correctness and filtering meant not every decision reached me on time. I got a lot more involved from the late 2024 and now act at the head of studio alongside my CEO role. Things are very different now, and the studio got fully integrated. We reverted a lot of wrong decisions and will continue improving. Lords 2 is being built on a real player feedback, and it's crystal clear in the last 2 trailers. So yeah, that's really good that they want to listen to the players and get some feedback. I want to say something on the regards of listening to the players, but I'll speak on it later. We'll talk about it later. Let's go back to this. So, Insider Gaming had this to say: Lords of the Fallen 2 will have attractive female characters in revealing outfit, CEO says. Now, of course, the CEO what he actually said, well, he was agreeing with somebody. He said, a fan of his said, I'm gonna buy the game, definitely. Will there be attractive female characters? And will there be revealing outfits and armor for them? I would have asked the same thing too. And he just replied, yes, that would be nice. Paul fucking Just Chinese Tassie comes out with the most dumbest take. He says, you can just put this in your game and it's fine. You don't have to be a loser about it. Paul, it's just Chinese people Tassie. And by the way, the reason why I'm saying this is because Paul Tassie was the person to say, the reason that Wukong, Black Myth Wukong sold so well is just because of Chinese people. He said that. He said that. The game sold so well, but he was like, well, it's, you know, it's mainly Chinese people. And I'm like, do they not fucking count, Paul Tassi? Why the fuck would you say that? He's also the same person that came out and said that Stellar Blade is a fucking issue. He's the same motherfucker. This fucking libtard bitch is the same bitch. And so, some guy named Pork Poncho says, to be fair, he was directly asked if it will have attractive females in revealing outfits. All he said was yes. If someone asks you if you own a car and you say yes, you now said you own a car. This is the fucking dumbest shit I ever fucking heard, bro. And of course, I said something at the end. He said, Pork Poncho said, I agree fully, but that's not being a huge loser about owning the car. That's responding yes to a question. Also, I apologize for bringing the usual chuds to your replies. That wasn't intended. Plenty of reasons to shit on Merrick. I just didn't think that one was one of them. And I'm over here like, what other reasons would you shit on Merrick? Why would you shit on him? The guy that just wants feedback from his audience to see how they can better navigate their game. Also, Zach Asmongold says, it was a response to a fan. Here's the source. Replying yes to a question doesn't seem like being a huge loser. It seems like you're exaggerating it to make what he's saying sound problematic. This weird media crusade against sexualized characters is failing. Just stop it. Yes, please stop it. You look like a fucking clown. And for those people saying, hey, it's kind of cringe for this, aka what's his name? Fighting Cowboy over here saying y'all gonna have a solid optimized game for a launch, right? Maybe a demo. We're gonna have titties, bro. So fighting standing on business Cowboy, or what I should actually call fighting hot dog arms having fighting Cowboy, is one of those fucking individual like fucking streamers that plays Souls-like games, and every time when gamers have their own thing to say online, he just has a fucking spaz attack. Even his own audience, when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows, and he's just started spazzing the fuck out. People were like, yeah, I don't really like Assassin's Creed Shadows because Yasuke's in it, and it's like it should be focused on like ninjas and the people in Japan, and he was just spazzing out. He was spurging out on his own fucking, he was crashing the fuck out on his own audience. That fighting Cowboy. Which is funny because last time I checked, Lords of the Fallen is highly optimized. I have a good rig, not the best rig, but I have a good rig, and they've already optimized the fucking game. Anybody coming out and saying that the game is not optimized, your fucking system is trash. This whole idea that like, oh, are you gonna optimize the game yet? Nigga, just say you haven't played the game in a while. Just say you haven't played the game in a while. So, these kind of individuals. Paul Tassi was also very angry at Stellar Blade before it became popular, and he grifted 5 to 8 more articles about how awesome and successful it was. There's a lot of backpedaling when it comes to journalists, especially game journalists, because they're trying to keep a job. They say one thing about Veilguard being a 9 out of 10, and then they come out with a secret article later on saying, actually, it was not really bad. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad game. And then Stellar Blade was about to come out, and then Paul Tassi was like, this is icky. Just say you're gay, first of all. Just say you're fucking gay, all right? Hey. Just say you're gay. Hey. Just say you're gay. And then the game comes out, it succeeds, Stellar Blade becomes the most successful PlayStation game of all time, beating God of War. And now all of a sudden he comes out with articles like, actually, Stellar Blade's great. You guys are about to be replaced with AI if you keep on pulling this shit off. As a matter of fact, some of you game journalists are already doing that shit. Bloomberg, IGN, Polygon, Verge, all of you, even GameSpot sometimes, even like fucking Kotaku, all you motherfuckers are secretly using ChatGPT. Because some of you motherfuckers will just pull out a big word, and I'm like, you don't use this fucking word. Stop it. You don't use these big words. Just stop it. And then I see two like articles and I'm like, why did these two articles sound the same? Why did these articles sound exactly alike? So this is what we got right now, where I want to say something in regards to people saying that the developer with CI Games, or the developer of Lords of the Fallen, Merrick, this guy right over here, for those of you saying that he's cringe, I'm gonna let you guys in on something. You're wrong. He's not cringe for asking questions to his fan base. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfect. It perfectly makes sense. You want to ask questions. And also, he's doing two things at once. Not only does he want to get feedback from you guys, he also wants to shine a light on the people that disagree with what he stands for. He's doing two things at once. He obviously wants to put attractive characters into the game. He wants to make money. But if he comes out and has these sort of conversations out onto Twitter or wherever else, then he wants to show you, hey, beware, because when we have this conversation, people are going to get upset. And they come out every fucking time. Paul Tassi is one of them. Jason Schreier's another one. You remember Jason, top of the charts Schreier? Every time when they get a little bit of information coming out, they can't help but to say something. Anything related to Chuds having a good time, they want to shut that shit down so fucking fast until they realize that they might get replaced with AI. That's one thing. That's one thing. Because they will if they keep this shit up. Anyway, I want to end it at that one, because these sort of individuals like this, they don't really matter. Individuals like this asking for sexy characters, they actually matter. That's all that matters. When this game comes out, I'm gonna make a female character and I want to see all that ass. So, and also, we're probably gonna get mods, baby. Communication with the fans is great. More devs need to do this and actually listen to the community feedback instead of the journos 24/7. That's another thing as well, Hulk, because a lot of these game developers do not listen to their fans at all. And when you have a CEO come out and say like, what do you guys want? It's kind of jarring because you don't hear that much, right? You're thinking like it's coming in one ear and out the other. So when you have this sort of feedback and then you see certain individuals within the gaming industry getting upset, then you start noticing a pattern where it's just like, why are these fucking weirdo fucking cringe freaks getting upset that I want attractive characters? It's weird. Video games are escapism and fun. Point blank, period. I want to have fun. You take away my fun, fuck you. That's it. Story over. Oh boy, we got a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot. Oh my gosh. This one's gonna blow up. I want to change the music. Witcher? Witcher. Witcher. Hulk says the industry would be in a better place if they listened to gamers. We wouldn't have had Veilguard or Concord otherwise. Absolutely. Actually, you bring up another thing there, Hulk. You remember seeing that High Guard trailer at the end of the Video Game Awards? How Concord 2.0 that fucking game looks? What if those developers actually listened to their own... What if they actually came to us early and said, what do you guys want? And then we asked for a certain thing, and then when it shows in the Video Game Awards and it's exactly what they want, maybe they wouldn't get that bad feedback. But they just came out of fucking nowhere and said, we're gonna make our own studio. We're gonna make our own thing. And it looks exactly like Concord or exactly like the game that they just went away from the makers of Apex Legends. They got a game coming out called Apex Legends, and I'm like, nigga, you just made the same game that you were just at. Yeah, that game looked like Concord 2.0. It's like, nigga, they left their job or got fired from their job just to make the same fucking game. It depends on the gamers that they actually listen to. We already know exactly who they're listening to already in the forefront already. And that is the cause of their layoffs. They are so busy listening to Blue Sky and Redditors right now that they haven't realized that doing that has caused the layoffs. So when the layoffs happen, they're just like, whoa, 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 how did that happen? Oh, how did that happen? Is it because of AI? Is it because of AI? It's because of AI, right? No, nigga. It's because you've been listening to the wrong people. They are listening to the modern audience. Yeah, the people that never show up to those games. That's what they're doing. Speaking of modern audience, let's go ahead and do this one, guys. Everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And Merry Christmas. I'm about to go crazy in this one, but here we go. So, Divinity has been known far and wide that Divinity is being made from Larian Studios. They're going to carry on the Divinity series over to the next one. It's going to be a turn-based game, which is interesting. And yeah, they got about 560 people in their team in Larian Studios, and they're working their asses off. Their ambition is growing with what they want to add to the game, but that ambition requires more time. And even though they got the money for it because they sold 20 million copies of Baldur's Gate 3, they still need that time, because what they're going to add to the game is going to be exponentially a big thing. It's going to require a lot of space. It's going to require a lot of coding. It's going to require a lot of energy. That sort of thing is where Sven Vinka actually talked to his own dev team and said, you know what, guys, let's give this a try. Let's try to do a little bit of AI work and see if it helps. See if it can actually make us progress a little bit faster. And I'm not trying to fire anybody, but if you would like to try it, go ahead. If you don't want to try it, that's fine. I'm not forcing you. I'm just giving you the option, and it's okay. Run it through me, and then we can go through that process. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's using it as a tool to increase their time, or increase their what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word for update. Progress. Because when it comes to making games, there's a slow pace sometimes, but with AI, using it as a tool, they can increase their process. Otherwise, we'll never see this game until we're like fucking dead, or 10 years, or 8 years from now, or something like that. So I think AI could be a useful tool. Now, of course, you're gonna get that individual that's like, AI, I'm done. You're trying to replace us with robots. I'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead and read what Sven Vinka says, because a lot of the people in the dev team are being flamed right now by weirdos. Is it a lot of people? Yes, but only from Twitter. Any normal person doesn't really care whether or not your game has AI in it, as long as it's fun. You got a phone? You use Google? Have you used a self-checkout? You've used self-checkout, right? Okay, cool. All right. Have you used a fucking a car wash? Okay, all right. So that's also AI. What else? You use a smart car or any smart car? Okay, that's AI right there. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of these developers are going to be using AI, and you're just going to have to suck it up. Anyway, let's see what he says. Holy fuck, guys, we're not pushing hard for replacing concept artists with AI. The only reason that they're talking about that is because they feel like their little art is going to, like they feel like, well, two things. It's two things. One, they want to work at Larian Studios because they think they're going to be part of the cool crowd working with Larian Studios. Some fat bitch is going to take a picture of herself pointing at the fucking logo of Larian Studios going. And another reason is because they feel like their art is being reduced in some way. Which is funny because last time I checked, you can make your own gaming company. Why don't you just make your own gaming company and try it out yourself? You don't want to use AI? Fine, cool. Make your own studio. They're not obliged to you. Let's continue. We have a team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concept artists, and we are hiring more. Wow, hiring more. Wow. It's crazy. The art they create is original, and I'm very proud of what they do. I was asked explicitly about concept art and our use of Gen AI. I answered that we use it to explore things. I didn't say we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that, and they are indeed world-class artists. We use AI tools to explore references, just like we use Google in our art books. At the very early ideation stages, we use it as a rough outline for composition, which we replace with original concept art. There is no comparison. By the way, if anybody comes up to you saying like, bro, you use Google? I don't use Google. Everybody uses Google. It's the best way to find information. Just suck it up, Buttercup. Stop pretending like you go to some mystical overgrowth laboratory, library in the middle of the forest run by a busty witch who serves you cookies and tea, and then you try to cipher the text of how to make a fucking video game, and there's only candles lit. There's no electricity inside this giant library that's in the middle of the forest. Fuck you, everybody uses Google, okay? Stop trying to act like you don't use AI or something like that. We've hired creatives for the talent, not for their ability to do what a machine suggests, but they can experiment with these tools to make these lives easier. And like I said, these are tools. These are tools. This is the best method. That's the way it is. George over here says, asking your concept artists to use AI is worse than having no concept artists at all. You may as well be asking them to dig graves for their profession. Shame on you and your company. I don't be touching any more of your slop. First of all, this motherfucker didn't even like the game. First of all. Second of all, you make your own art. He makes little comics and shit. So he feels like he's felt it. He first of all, they don't fucking owe you anything. And the people that he hires or fires in Larian Studios is none of your fucking business. You want to make art in your own area? Fine. Cool. You want to make your own video game? Fine. Cool. But coming up to these developers and deciding what he can and cannot do to his own baby is downright stupid. Let me tell you something about developers. The only people that matter is the game director, the narrator, story development, all that, the music artist, and the game designer, and the executive. Those are the people that matter. Everyone else is a fucking helper. And I want to add something else too. Sven Vinka went broke so he could keep his team. This was way back before, around Baldur's Gate 3, while they were trying to make Baldur's Gate 3. He was breaking bank so he could keep the team. He said, hey, it's okay, I'll take the L. Nobody's losing their job. Let's keep going. So basically, he sacrificed his sort of livelihood or his sort of means of, of revenue so he could keep his team. That's what happened. But people seem to forget the charity that this developer has done. Zach over here says, AI informing development of games and media is the future. No amount of downvotes, likes, or social media posts is going to change that. The only reason AI is seen negatively online is that artists and media have manufactured false senses that it's bad to protect their jobs. Absolutely. You think I care about the average Joe Schmo right next to me, whether or not he gets his job or not? No, I don't. Do people come up to me saying, hey, I lost my job because of AI? Yes, I do. And I can understand that. But I still have a job. There's a lot of people that have suffered through COVID getting layoffed. And there's a lot of people that have lost their job over AI. There's also an abundance of people that lost their job because they don't do shit. Tim Kaine, Tim Kaine, the guy responsible for Fallout New Vegas, told a story saying that he asked a certain individual in his game development team to work on this, like get it done, work on this. And so that person went over to one of his colleagues, and that colleague said, he's like, well, he didn't like the way you said it, and you were being mean to him, and you were being, shut the fuck up. That's the kind of game developers you're getting now. A lot of fucking people, there are these certain fucking developers, especially Xbox and Ubisoft and EA, they give you thousands upon thousands of game developers, and I'll guarantee you 90% of them don't fucking do shit. Do I have to write? You remember Veilguard? What was that person being hired to be for Veilguard? Dragon Age Veilguard? Oh, a trans consultant. A trans consultant for Dragon Age the Veilguard. How's that for an occupation? What about South of Midnight? They needed a black consultant. How's that for a job? Being a black consultant. You see, all these people getting layoffs, I don't give a fuck. As long as the game comes out and it's good, because I'm spending my money on it. What did I say to you guys? What did I say to you guys before about not caring too much about who makes it and how it's being made? What do I keep on saying? I do not care. Everybody comes out and says, oh, Todd Howard. Nigga, I didn't even know Todd Howard until like 2015 or 14. I didn't know about that nigga. All I cared about, like, oh, Skyrim. Oh, I got a sword and I got a fucking magic. I didn't care who the fuck made it. I just wanted to have fun. I'm the true normie up in this bitch. I'm the real nigga. So when you get these individuals out here like George over here, fucking complaining about like what you gonna work at Larian Studios, bitch? You gonna work at Larian Studios? The amount of fucking privilege that these motherfuckers have. You see what I'm saying? And here's another thing. Here's another thing that I don't understand. Here's another thing. When did Larian Studios become some sort of ally center? Center? When did Larian Studios become an ally center? Like, oh shit, Larian Studios got my back. Larian Studios, I follow the whole team. I ride with them. I die with them. It's a business, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? They're not your fucking friends. Those influencers and those YouTubers that get followed by Sven and the team and stuff, they're still not their friends. Yeah, they may know a certain like streamer, but they're not friends. They're not gonna get the know-how and the ooh, you want to know about the game about later. They're not your friends. Ivan says, aren't a lot of these people complaining about AI the same ones that told everyone worried about losing their job to automation to like learn to code? You actually make a good I actually want to tell a story because of that. There is a guy that makes Star Wars, that makes that worked around like concept art. He worked around art, and he got replaced by AI. Do you know what this guy did? He learned to code, and now he's having the AI work for him. So he's making more money than he ever did doing the concept art. So he just did an Uno reverse card on AI. He said, oh, I'm gonna lose my job to AI? Uno reverse card. I learned how to code. This is my AI. It's gonna fucking work for me. That's the same shit I'm talking about. Daniel Vavra actually brings up a good point that like we're always going to have these moments in life where things change, sort of like the steam and industrial area. Like it's like people wanted to bash down like vehicles, people wanted to bash down like trains and stuff during the steam industry, and you know people coming from horses to cars, people didn't like it, and I understand that. But you're not going to stop progress. All right? Time moves forward. And you get weirdo freaks like this coming out of fucking nowhere. Coming out like this lady, this fucking weirdo out of nowhere, saying like, let me see, I can make it bigger for you guys. This one's best. That's fine. I'm gonna leave her like this. So this person claims that they work at Larian Studios, has a weird fucking green-haired ugly bitch up on here. Her name is Hash Bandicoot. Ugh, her pussy must taste like a fucking fish market, I bet. Oh yeah, by the way, she's a she-it, by the way. So feels like a good time to talk about when Larian employed an outright fascist and refused to fire him. Right away, I'm just like, you're lying. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. As soon as AI was mentioned, now you're trying to be like, oh, but guys, I'm within the team. I'm within the team. They are doing AI. It's horrible. Everybody's a bad person here. Somebody tried to sexual assault me. Let's keep reading what the fuck she says. Over COVID, one of the engineers was radicalized. Next time we saw him, he was watching Tim Pool videos in the office telling us about cultural Marxism at work drinks, the whole 9 yards. After a while, he had a little cohort of freaks that shared some of his sentiments. Everyone was uncomfortable with this guy. Folks went to Sven and said, hey, this guy is a weirdo fascist. And I'm over here just like, what the fuck? Bro, this sounds like a fucking lie, and it also doesn't fucking matter. You're being a fucking weirdo. Somebody mentioned Tim Pool and he's being a fascist. Are you fucking kidding me? Grow the fuck up. He's making everyone uncomfortable. He's at odds with the team's values. Sven's response, he's invaluable to the team. It's hard to replace him this close to release. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit on this fucking hoe. Nobody fucking cares. You're the fucking weirdo. Thank God somebody clipped what you're saying so we can get you the fuck out of Larian Studios. You're a waste of fucking space. See, this is why we need to have layoffs. Because we got weirdos over here talking about like, he watches Asmongold. He's out here like fucking working with ice and shit. And it just keeps on going on. It's like, but why not report it while the ship has sailed? We had unchecked fascists. We had unchecked fascists in the office. People taking the piss out of Boulder Gates 3's gender option. Multiple cases of sexual harassment and more. More importantly, we were told that if someone is important enough, they will not be dealt with. That's actually the same with any sort of job, isn't it? Well, it depends on what it is because optics is a thing. This is a I'm an ally and I don't like AI, so I'm just gonna make up a whole bunch of shit because I'm one of you guys, so let me just ruin my fucking career and just be an activist all day. And that's what I say. Find this bitch. Find this bitch. Who was this? Ah, yes, right there. Right there. Yep. Every fucking time, bro. Every fucking time. Baldur's Gate 3, Mind's Eye, and Wishbound. Get this bitch out of here. You worked on fucking Mind's Eye. Get this bitch out of here. Get this bitch. A lich runs this blog. Do not interact if you possess holy symbols, skin, an unwarranted sense of righteousness, or a desire to destroy my get this bitch out of here. Get it. Yeah. I love it when they come out and say weird shit and then we can just show their boss and be like, who's this? Who the fuck is this? Get him out of here. And it seems like, oh, no, I need to know. I need to say. I need to say something. Hold on. I'm going to say it. Look at Sven. Hold on. You can let this. You can let this one go. You can let this one go. You can let this one go. Let that one go. And then we have another one here, and this bitch got fired, and she says, LOL, as someone who worked there for 4 years, oh, thank God, you're doing us a fucking service. Oh, you're gone. Oh, thank God. Larian Studios leaning into generative AI despite internal pushback. Everyone at the company is more or less okay with the way we're using it. He's lying about people being okay with it. I bet you he's not. Why would I listen to some fucking devil-lipping, ugly 50-year-old bitch? Why the fuck would I listen to you? You don't have no job. Why would I listen to you? It actually makes sense that half of the crowd would not be okay with it and half of the crowd would be okay with it. Now, if he said something like everybody loves it, then we could have a conversation. But it being half and half makes complete sense. Here's what she says, like, if you're forcing your employees to use generative AI, he just said, you're already fucking lying, bitch. You're already fucking lying already. You're already fucking lying. He just said that he would, it's a choice. He just said that. You're already fucking lying. How okay is, like, this is probably one of the concept artists. No, I'm not gonna give her that grace. She is not one of the concept artists. She was probably the fucking janitor. She was probably the person that cleaned up all the cat piss everywhere in Larian Studios. That's her job. And to be honest, if you're okay with it, they are 100% deserve the criticism. It doesn't fucking matter. It's not your company. It's his company, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants with it. Generative AI has no place in our society, and especially not making any type of art. Actually, you have no place in our society, okay? How you gonna fucking tell the worldwide like web what the fuck they're gonna do? Progress is gonna happen. You guys like progression so much, right? What happened to that? How come these motherfuckers are okay with fucking having men inside girls' bathrooms, but they're not okay with, you know, fucking concept art being generated from AI? They're okay with having 5 fucking genders, but they're not okay with fucking losing their job to Mr. Beep Boop Beep Boop, like fucking BMO from fucking Adventure Time. I know it's most likely not employees' fault. It's not the first time shitty management decisions are imposed on devs. Bitch, you worked there for 4 years. So quit your complaining. I bet when you were working there, you didn't care about the AI, but as soon as you lost your job, you were just like, bro, let me tell you all the bad stuff about the job, bro. But when you were working there, another fat, ugly bitch, fucking swamp hag, pointing at the logo, going, I work at Larry's studio. It's incredibly ironic of Larian's boss to push generative AI after positioning themselves as the good studio in a sea of assholes. First of all, you made that description, not us. Yeah, I see good moments from them, but to me, they're just a business. Everybody knows they're just a business. They want to make money. Duh. Like I said before, you need to stop looking at Larian Studios. You need to stop looking at Ubisoft. You need to stop looking at Sandfall. You need to stop looking at Warhorse Studios and thinking to yourself, yes, these are my best friends. They are not your best friends. They will do what they want to have a leg up in the gaming industry, and you do not matter. I bet you got fired because you're insufferable. See, this is why I love layoffs, because there's a good is there some gaming industry company laying off people because of AI? Yeah. And also I'm fine with it. Are there some Neanderthals like this bitch who obviously should not be in the gaming industry? Yep. Just like Veilguard. Sometimes the layoffs are a good thing. I do get disheartened when there's actually good fucking developers getting, you know, people that actually probably could have gave us good ideas. But what I would like to say is, if you got fired, make your own shit without AI and see what happens. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh shit, well, it was like, you know, well, I guess I am kind of saying like, oh yeah, I'm so glad you're getting fired. But make your own fucking studio and see what happens. See if it sells. Try it yourself. Stop looking at fucking Sven Vinka like he's your fucking dad. Using the plagiarism machine to save time and then admit that it hasn't even led to productivity gains would be hilarious if it wasn't so vile. Cry more. Normalizing the use of this shit tech whose only goal is to replace devs, you're not gaining anything, and devs are frustrated as well. You wouldn't know that because you don't work there, bitch. And secondly, he's not replacing devs, he's getting more devs. They fired you and replaced you with a human. That you like that, right? You're in there? That's the thing that you like, right? It was still naive to expect better from Larian, but to be honest, I should have known better. You didn't fucking care. You would not make these posts if you were still working there. Since you got fired. Now you see they always like to pretend like they care about the AI until until they're in the chopping block. They're like, you remember that time that BioWare laid off a whole bunch of people and they didn't get their severance pay, and then BioWare didn't say anything about that? They didn't say like, no, we don't like this, we want to give them their money. Nobody said that. But as soon as those devs that released Veilguard, they got laid off, they had a whole bunch of shit to say all of a sudden. Huh. I look forward to seeing progressives bend over backwards to justify their favorite studio using generative AI, even for concept art. I'm sure this won't have even more negative repercussions on the industry. By the way, I want to say something about this bitch right here. I want to say something about these kind of fucking filthy fucking degenerate freaks. You want to know where they're at most of the time, especially during the night? I'll tell you where they're at most of the time during the night. These fucking freaks are online masturbating to fucking furry porn that is probably generated by AI, or fucking Queen of Spades fucking black dick generated AI porn. That's what they're probably fucking masturbating to. It's like, oh shit, oh god, yes, this black dick in my ass. I love this black generated fucking dick. Oh my god. And then after they've nutted, after they've just post nut clarity, they're just like, listen, this AI gotta go. And I'm like, I know where you fucking freaks go, okay? You go to Rule 34. All of you are fucking weird. All of you are fucking freaks. And let me be honest here. And here's another thing. You guys will say this until generative AI, like as soon as robots are involved and they put a penis on it with a fucking fox mask on it, then you guys will change your mind. Then you guys will be like, listen, we need to stop calling these robots clankers, okay? Because that's a slur, okay? You're gonna be the same niggas. It's probably not gonna be this year. It's probably not gonna be in the next year. But 5 or 10 years later, you motherfuckers are gonna have some sort of fucking AI robot with a fucking strap on and a fox mask on and be like, listen, his name is Larry. All right. And I'm like, bitch, that's a clanker. And be like, it's the robots have lives too. You're going to be just the same. I'm telling you, they are. So I'm fully with Sven Vinka. He could do whatever the hell he want. Like I said with Warhorse Studios, they could do whatever the fuck they want with their game. And just like Sven Vinka, they could do whatever the fuck with his own game. It's his baby. You got over there through him. It's his baby. He was there from Beyond Divinity all the way up to Baldur's Gate 3. It's his baby. He's been there the whole time. You guys are just a bunch of freeloaders. Or you're actually working with him. You can either be one of the two. So that's what I gotta say on that one. That's what I gotta say. God damn. God. I went in there. They can't make anything they infiltrate and ride off the coattails of actual talented people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring back insane asylums? Yes. 100%. Bring them back. Bring them back. I bet she only got into the game industry because it's mainstream. I guarantee you she was a bully to people that played games in high school. I'll give you another one, Hulk. I bet you see she's insufferable to her own parents. 200%. I bet you she's insufferable at Thanksgiving. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Anyway, that's all I got to add here, guys. Am I gonna have a stream right after this? Yeah, I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'll do some Divinity Original Sin right after this. We won't end it here. Let me just cut it off the stream right here. Let me be back in 30 minutes and we're gonna play some Divinity Original Sin. Okay? All right, cool. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Love you guys.